Question everything, for the truth shall not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, you know, so you still got that Daniel Penny, you know, case going on, trial going on pretty much. When it comes to what happened to our brother Jordan Neely, you know, the unsheltered brother in the subway out in New York. You know, when you really look at the breakdown of all that happened, you know, Jordan Neely was a brother who was unsheltered and hungry and was upset about being hungry with, you know, a whole lot of people sitting around him who are sheltered, who 10 to 1 probably get a paycheck every week, who had no humanity for a brother who was unsheltered and hungry. You know, and it goes into no humanity because for us to be able to have at least 4 quarters, we act like we can't share. We act like we can't look out for one another as humans, even though we get a check every week, every 2 weeks, you name it. People that work every single day, and we sit around and we watch other humans suffer and starve that actually be asking for help. You know, and my thing is, anybody that asks me for help, if I can help them, I'm gonna try to help them. Cause that's me, you know, I'm human, and I know that when other humans are doing good around me, then we are doing good together. That's the basis of it, you know. That's how you save our communities from falling into chaos and violence by helping one another. You know, it doesn't hurt to help one another. You know, we treat ourselves to all sorts of stuff that ain't nothing but want instead of need. So if anytime I can buy or want something I really don't need, then I can also help somebody that's in need. You know, that's the basis of my reality. And what's, you know, if you want a budget, you know, then you budget yourself on how much you can give out a week. That's all. I mean, we all got family, children, and so on, and that's understandable. But at the end of the day, if somebody coming to you for help, you just got to put yourself in those shoes. What if it was you coming to that person for help? What if it was you, a human being, needing help, and no other human being would want to help you, even though you're asking for help? How did that work? How did that break down? It's no different from what Tupac said back in the day when he was talking about being hungry and how long you gonna watch the person over the fence eat real good, with you asking every day and looking to try to feed yourself, and it's very difficult for you to feed yourself and bring solutions to it, but you got somebody next door that's eating real good that you asking, you know, for help because they got plenty, and in turn, you know, they never help. He said, when do it you decide you want to jump over the fence? When do it becomes that aggression to get something to eat? Because we all gotta eat. Eventually that growl in the stomach will make you do something unlawful. Literally. That's basically what, paraphrasing what Tupac said back in the day. So when you look at Jordan Neely, who got pretty much deleted by Daniel Penny, you know, you gotta ask questions, man, because when it comes to us as Negroes, Aboriginal Negroes of America, I don't care who's yelling, who's making noise. If they're not hurting, harming, or doing anything to anyone, then you go on about your business. You ignore them. That's the reality to it, you know. But for Daniel Penny to not ignore Jordan Neely when he could have just ignored them and went on with his way, because Neely wasn't doing nothing to nobody but just venting how he felt about being unsheltered and hungry, Daniel Penny took it upon himself to run up on from behind on his brother and K Sarah his brother, and the brother ain't never do nothing to him. And in turn, the mainstream media, they act like this is a vigilante, you know, reality where you know, colonizers can just do what they want to us when they feel like it. Because if it was us and it was in the reverse, and Jordan Neely did that to Daniel Penny, we all know it wouldn't have been that. His face would have been on the news everywhere, and everybody been talking about how he was always never no good, and so on and so on, and that brother would have got all sorts of life behind bars. But instead, it's the other way around. It's the colonizers doing it to Jordan Neely, and Daniel Penny, he gets all the benefit of the doubt for moving a person, you know, deleting a person, and there's no recourse for that. They act like they don't know that that was a crime he committed, a grave one, because life is precious. All life is precious. And anybody that's not doing anything to you or bringing any harm to you or anything, and not blocking your way for you to be able to go about your day, then you ignore that person and go about your day. You don't know what they're going through, or if they having a mental illness problem. Call 911, see if you can get them some help. Give them $5, see if that works. Maybe they really hungry, and that's the humane thing to do, to look out for other humans. But to do what Daniel Penny did, and then watch mainstream media and everywhere else try to justify that. Kathy Holcomb talking about, oh well, you know, for your, you know, there, you know, when you act out, there's consequences for how you act. Paraphrasing, and it's like, what do you mean there's consequences for how you act? Yeah, if you acting unlawfully, then there's law that reacts, not a citizen that has no authority over another citizen doing what Daniel Penny did to Jordan Neely, especially if the other citizen is not disturbing you in the sense of bothering you on no level of violence in any form or fashion. You supposed to move on with your reality, ignore that person. But in turn, he didn't ignore him. He actually jumped up and helped the brother off the planet. And nobody see that that's wrong. Nobody can understand that that's a crime. I don't care if he's a Marine or whatever he is. If nobody was bothering him and he the one who went out and reached out and put hands on somebody, or put hands out in a way that he didn't supposed to, then he's the one that broke the law. We have the right to freedom of speech, just like Jordan Neely had the right to freedom of speech. If you don't like what he's saying, you could have just ignored him or walked away from him. But to do what Daniel Penny did, then that's supposed to be prosecuted to the fullest of law, in my opinion. And from what law does to my people and what I have seen, that's supposed to be against the law. But once again, here we are. We're in this place where what's done to us, we can't do to others. And this is what Malcolm X was talking about. All that turn the other cheek, that's bull crap. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Well, when you don't get justice, when you don't get law that's supposed to be law in the form of what it is, for all of us, equal rights, then don't you still got to do what you need to do in order to be a part of this reality? Well, it's just what it is, right? Well, at the end of the day, from my opinion and from what we done seen and what has happened to Jordan Neely, Daniel Penny supposed to get what everybody that does that. They supposed to get exactly what they supposed to, and that's prosecuted to the fullest of the law. But hey, who am I? Well, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.